Okay.
Hi, welcome friends to another amazing episode of misBEERhavior. Episode 9.
misBEERhavior!
Episode what?
9.
Niner.
And today I am your host, Missy, with our special guest, Princess Ronald.
Happy
back
birthday.
from Disney and celebrating his birthday today.
43 fucking fat
God damn, you're old.
I'm old as fuck.
And my other special guest, Ariana.
Host.
Yay. She's the pretty one. I'm the fat old one.
Not really.
And anyway, today we're going to drink some beer.
Really? On this podcast?
Absolutely.
Wow.
And we're going to start with the one that I thought was going to be the most amazing, this Urban Artifact.
That shit was amazing last year.
The Astronaut Food Peach Freeze-Dried Fruit Tart Ale at 15%. Little 8-ouncer can. And last year it was like a blackberry raspberry type one.
I think it was like a blueberry
raspberry. Blueberry blackberry is what it was. And that one was really good. And this one here, I've already tried it, but I wasn't a fan. But the person I tried it with, Larry, he said it was good. And what else did I have to say about it? Oh, yes, that's right. I looked these up. Both of these didn't have very descriptive stuff on their sites. So Urban's Artifacts story is they're a Cincinnati, Ohio brewery dedicated to producing world-class fruit tarts made exclusively with real fruit. But they also have... Nope, that was something else. Never mind. Yes, these do a lot of fruit tart beers. We operate in the historic St. Patrick's Church in Cincinnati's North Side neighborhood, offering a taproom full of bar, live music venue, and event space. Everything we do is inspired by our culture, community, and microscopic natural world all around us, all for one purpose, to reward the curious. And so when I was thinking I had other beers that were not a fruit tart, I was thinking of, it was actually... Shoot, is that art one? I forget what... Untitled Art. That's what I was thinking of. I got the two mixed up. But, so on this can, I don't really remember the other can that was the, for the other beer. But this one has like this binary code of a bunch of zeros and one. And above it, it says, reward the curious. And I was like, I thought it was going to be a reward if you could figure out that code. So I went through great lengths to find out what it says.
To look up binary code?
Yes. And it says, reward the curious. That's what the binary code is. I was like, you son of a bitch. I was like, me and Logan were in on it. We were trying to I was trying to take pictures of it, and it just wasn't, my camera wasn't reading the picture of it properly, so I couldn't.
How many zeros?
Oh, it's a big old blob.
Yeah, that seems about right for all the fucking converting letters into fucking binary code and shit.
And it took for fucking ever. And also, the back of the can also says, this fruit tart is brewed with freeze-dried fruit. I love the fact about it. So that's why it's called astronaut food, because they freeze-dry the beer or the fruit before they brew it. And it says there are 2 peaches in each can of astronaut food. The fruit is a flash frozen. The fruit is a flash frozen. The pressure is lowered, and the resulting ice is removed via sublimation. With the fruit's wild, ripened flavor preserved, this astronaut food is ready to be brewed without water. The freeze-dried fruit allows the brewers to achieve traditionally impossible flavor intensity in a natural way. So,
Supercharged peaches. I'm excited for this because I fucking love everything peach flavored.
I know.
I don't know, have we had a really, really good peach beer? I mean, we've had some decent ones, but
I thought this was going to be the one that was the good one.
it looks good.
It does.
It looks like juice,
has
man.
An amazing color, just like the other one was. This is very syrupy. You can see when I'm.
It looks thick as hell.
It is super thick. Like I've said, I've already had it before.
She cheated on us.
I did.
That's okay. I do that all the time.
When I was buying the beers for Larry, I was like, ooh, this would be one that he's probably going to like if it's going to be like the one we had the last one of. And I'm like, and then I'll get to try it early because these are the good ones and there's so little in there and it's really good. And wah, wah. I mean, it's like a decent beer, but I don't know.
It smells really good.
I wouldn't go through
Definitely-
great lengths to get my hands on it
Definitely got a
again.
good peachy smell. Oh, I see why you didn't like it.
It's got little bubbles on top.
I see why you didn't like
It
it.
doesn't taste like peaches.
Opaque.
It does taste like peaches.
I don't think it does.
If you strip out all the sugar from a peach.
Right. It's not sweet.
Yeah, it's like a sour peach.
It's like an exceptionally sour, exceptionally tart peach.
I don't think it's bad.
That is why you don't like it, because you're expecting like super sweet. Like maybe if they had to drop some lactose in there to bring the sweet back up a touch.
Right. Like, well, see, you know how the other one was like super sweet? I was like, oh, it's going to be super sweet like that. And it's not. Like, this tastes to me like a really pulpy orange juice, but it just lacks the orange. It has the sour, the acidity tart taste minus the orange. Like, so that's why it's not good. It's just like, oh, this would be orange juice if orange juice didn't have the orange flavor.
I like the amount of bubble that's in it.
Yeah,
it like tickles your nose a little bit.
It does.
I feel like this is something, since you're talking about orange juice, I want to add vodka to it and make a screwdriver and really fuck myself up because it's already 15% alcohol.
I feel like that would be hideous.
Oh, is this one 15?
Yeah.
I must not have been listening because holy shit balls.
Yeah.
Probably a good thing I didn't pre-beer today. Although
that's one of the reasons why I didn't. I'm like, I'm going to drive home.
I don't, but I got to get up early in the morning still. It's Friday today, which is not our normal recording day.
We normally record on Tuesdays. It's my fault. I was on vacation with our little other guest host today.
Right.
The plush Mickey that I brought back as a souvenir from Disney. Went and spent about a week in Florida with my daughter and my parents. I had some entertaining adventures. I've been posting the beer-related adventures on the misBEERhavior page. We went to a tractor show for a day or two down there and stayed in a little town called Winter Haven. And Winter Haven had a brewery called Grove Roots, and pretty much everything they had was a, like, I don't know, we'll call it a citrusy orange themed thing, because there was a shit ton of lemons and oranges and all citrus grown in that part of Florida. Everywhere we went, we kept seeing orange trees, and the temptation was very real to hop out and just steal an armful of them. But every time we thought about it, there was a freaking state cop out there. We're like, yeah, let's probably not. What was it? I had from Grove Roots, I had a orange beer that was excellent. They made an excellent coffee. Had an excellent coffee stout. They had one that was called Peanut Pickers, because it was all like orange pickers, peanut pickers. The coffee one was something related with picking as well. But their peanut butter stout was delicious, and their orange stout. They had a grapefruit stout that was so-so.
Grapefruit stout would be weird, because I was just like thinking, because I was thinking, oh, I like grapefruit beers, but then I'm like, oh, he's a grapefruit stout. That'd be weird.
No, that wasn't a stout. That was like that was an IPA.
Okay. Well,
If you go troll our misBEERhavior Facebook page, go back to we'll say was it February 23rd-ish, thereabouts. You'll see the pictures that I had taken when we were there. Didn't spend a whole lot of time at Grove Roots. Only got one flight because we were in a hurry to get on to the next thing. But props to my parents for stopping there and letting me shitpost things for our page.
Oh, yeah.
And props to my daughter for only vaguely bitching about it.
Props to Dick and Peggy. I just love their names together. They sound very perverse. Your parents should have been porn stars.
My dad's name is Richard, but Dick is short for Richard. And, well, no one wants a short dick, so we go with Richard.
That's great.
God, what else did I do? So, my exciting adventures were one thing, but one of the things I've always heard about for Disney, if you go to Epcot, you need to drink your way around the world. Because Epcot has different pavilions for different countries. You can go and get a little bit of beer from each country. I made it most of the way around the world before I gave up.
That's funny.
I started off in Mexico, and since we finish every episode with a mysterious Beerious and a Dos Equis coaster, my first beer was a Dos Equis. After going through, I drank 8 12-ounce beers wandering around the park.
That'd be fun.
And then hit on Elsa.
Yeah, that too. found only one beer that I would describe as uniquely good. In Norway, they had this just toasted porter that was just all kinds of excellent.
That sounds good.
They did not have any ABVs or anything on their beers, but basically Disney is the Disney Drink Your Way Around the World beer game is essentially how many different types of lagers do you like? Because it was all more or less wannabe variants on Bud Light, Coors Light, that sort of standard American fare.
Sounds really boring.
It got that way after a while.
Come on, Disney. Aren't you better than that?
That's right.
But yeah, when I was sitting there in Norway working on that toasted porter, I was waiting for my dad to come back. He had walked Mom to the front gate because she wasn't feeling well. And I was about 4 beers in at that point, and I was like, well, I'm bored. I'd finished the beer, and they had a meet and greet with Elsa and Anna. And I was in my drunk state. I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to go get me a picture with Elsa and Anna. Well, I didn't get one with the freaking Anna because there was little kids there. But Elsa was like, hey, can I get a picture with you because it's fun?
He's creepy and it scared her.
I think so, yeah, probably. Fat 43-year-old dude with a beard going, hi, you're part of, can I get a picture? It is a little scary.
I bet it happens.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet it happens more often than not. My parents said they saw some dude with a bigger, thicker beard than mine running around in a dress, looking all like Frozen and shit.
Nice.
That sounds like something you would do. Are you sure it wasn't you?
Right.
No, it wasn't me. I didn't pack a dress.
Your parents.
Not this time.
They peeped you at the park dressed like Elsa.
As he puts his pinky up when he's drinking.
Let it
Well,
go.
it wasn't me, it wasn't
Let
me.
it go. Let it go.
I had something funny that I was going to say about something. I had a couple funny stories. I can't remember the one. The other one I do remember. So I forget what I was doing the other day. I was in the refrigerator looking for something. That might have been when I was looking for the ketchup, and Larry swearing we still had ketchup, and I said it was gone, and I turned to him because I had the refrigerator open, and I turned his way. And when I turned his way to look at him, I farted, and he's like, did you just shit in the fridge? I'm like, well, guess I did. That was pretty funny.
Trying to keep it cool.
Keep the fart cool or what?
Right. Well, I think that would be really funny to experiment with that now. Like, someday I'm going to have really bad gas and I'm going to fart in the fridge a lot, and then somebody opens it and they're going to be like, oh, what's in here? My farts. It's going to be awesome.
So, for the record, the really good toasted porter was just Einstock brand.
Awesome.
EINSTO with the little dots over at K. So Einstock
White.
Einstock White.
I like the Ass Pilsner.
Yeah, I had
AASS.
Yeah, I had the Ass Pilsner, and it tasted like a fucking Pilsner. Like a Bud Light Budweiser. But the only other notable one, when I was in China, they didn't have the beers listed on the menu. And it was another light Bud Light, but it was a Tsingtao.
Nice.
And it had just a little bit different flavor, enough that I remembered it. The last thing that I had that was worth mentioning, see the cool little German dude there? Nice. I posted all these pictures of the trip around the world, too, on the misBEERhavior
I know,
Facebook.
I checked out some of them. I wasn't getting them all.
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen them all
And
either.
I had this, what does that say? I had this Italian pale ale, or amber ale, Menabrew.
Menabrew? I don't know.
But I
can't read Italian.
But I had one of those, and it was a very good amber. One of the things that made me laugh my ass off, the other big beer that they had in Italy was, so you remember the beer I brought back with me? The freaking...
the Moretti?
Yes. They had Moretti.
Nice.
I was like, I've got a bottle of that in my fucking fridge. I'm not touching this shit.
Right, yeah, I wouldn't either.
Yeah. We can get that Jungle Gyms anyway.
Yeah.
The next time I go to Jungle Gyms, I'm going to be looking for some of that Einstock and see if I can find that toasted porter, because that was genuinely good. It was the best thing I had all day that day.
Nice.
So that's my ramble on Disney stuff.
So the astronaut food, after sitting here and not drinking for a few minutes, the taste in my mouth is good. I don't know. It's almost like I ate some candy or something.
I now that you said that, I made myself kind of taste my own breath, and yeah, it tastes like Peachios a little bit.
It's pretty good. So what do you guys rate it?
It's a good aftertaste. I give it like a 2.75.
No, I'm gonna go.
I think 3.5. Whoops.
I'll say I'm gonna go with a 3.5. I've had peaches that are really tart, and it's like a super tart peach. They should have tweaked the recipe to preserve or add just a touch of sugar to it, just to get that slight sweetness to bring out the peach flavor, because peach, definitely one of those subtle flavors without that sugar to kick it up a notch you don't notice.
See, I kind of like the sourness of it, actually.
I don't.
So I got small bubbles, sour, thick, opaque,
Syrupy.
Yeah.
tart.
Very tart, yeah.
Tart. Syrupy.
I would drink another. I'm not going to go out of my way to drink another, but I would drink another.
I would drink it again.
Yeah, if somebody had one handed to me, and I would probably put it over ice, and then I would chug it real quick for a cheap thrill. Like, woo, I got a buzz. It's 15%. Like, I would drink it really fast because, get a buzz for real quick for about 20 minutes.
Yeah. I don't know. After all my drinking last week, I don't think I'd get a buzz because I realized that my tolerance is a little high to be good.
My tolerance is quite low, and I like it. That's good times.
I would drink it again.
Meh.
Like I said, the only thing I would have done differently from their brewing perspective, something to just slightly kick up the sweetness. Don't even need much.
Nope.
Just like, I feel like a % of sugar, like more would have done the whole difference for it.
I don't know. I feel like it was good sour like that. I don't know. I liked it.
Man, maybe try another one sometime if I come across a can, and I'll see.
Oh, that reminds me. That fake news about the maple pancake blueberry, the fake news saga. So when I bought the can of it, I just bought it. I didn't I knew what we had, but I also forgot like the whole flavor profile. The can was bourbon barrel because Larry went there shortly after. He went there last week and got a bottle of it, and it is not bourbon barrel. That was the major difference because that bottle was fucking good.
So bourbon barrel versus non-bourbon barrel versions?
Yes. So the bourbon barrel version, I thought it was good, but it was really disappointing because you couldn't taste the blueberry, you couldn't taste the light and fluffy. Because when we were drinking, I was like, this beer, the one that we had in the bottle, I was like, this one does taste light and fluffy. It's just got that feel of it.
Did or did not have bourbon barrel?
We did not have bourbon barrel.
Excuse me.
So it was
you would think the bourbon barrel would be good too.
Yeah, I mean it was good, but it was disappointing because it didn't have
you were expecting it to taste better because the other one tasted.
Yeah. Bourbon barrel would cover up. Bourbon barrel was going to cover up probably the sweeter notes, the lighter notes.
It
of the
definitely
blueberry.
did.
And every time we've had anything blueberry, what is it? The asparagus flavor, because blueberry on its own doesn't stand for much unless you really shove it down like a ton of it.
But also, when I bought that can, I was thinking it was the exact same beer that we had. Mm-hmm. And so when I was like, this is disappointing. It doesn't taste the same. It doesn't taste how I remember it tasting. And so obviously when you're drinking a beer, you want to remember it tasting like what you remember it tasting like. And when it didn't, you're going to be like, what the fuck, man? And now I know what the fuck. So, but that bottle, when we had the bottle, tasted just like the other bottle we had. So,
explains consistencies. It's literally a different beer.
Yep. I was like, what the fuck? And it made sense. So, yeah.
So,
I was getting ready to say what we would rate it, but we already rated it.
Yeah. Already rate it? Yeah. So I could rattle other shit about Disney?
Sure. Go on about some Disney, and then we'll go for another beer in a little bit, and then I'll tell you my cool Uber story.
Yeah, I got a couple of little stories.
Awesome.
Man, I Ubered and lifted all over fucking Orlando and spent way too much money on this shit. But it was cool. My parents were leery as fuck about getting an Uber. Apparently the last time they were there, the big D, as it were, had shuttle services, just buses running back and forth to the airport all the time. The big D decided after COVID that apparently it was too much effort to maintain that fleet of buses just to go to the airport. And so Disney made some sort of deal with Lyft that they get a little bit cheaper if you're lifting, to or from the airport from a Disney thing. And my dad was like, absolutely, this is the worst. We're not going to make it. This is the worst. I pre-scheduled the one when we left. The dude was 5 minutes early and helped Dad with his bags in the car. He's like, I don't need any help with my bag in the car. And the guy's like, but that's what I'm here for. my dad was like trying to like old man farmer all this stuff.
That's funny.
And it was just like, go sit down, Dad, chill.
Well, that's really nice of the dude, because when I Uber and Lyft, rarely do I help a person get their shit in the back of my car, because rarely does a person ever fucking tip.
Well, like the dude had a straight up 5-star rating.
Right.
Not like, 4.8, but just like a full on like max rating on everything.
Oh, that's good.
I talked about having to take my kid to the doctor earlier. She got pink eye from something at Disney or the tractor show.
I'm saying Mickey farted on her pillow.
I bet.
Probably.
Just right there.
But,
She got Mickey pink eye.
We took a lift to the urgent care, and the dude that rode that lift, he was kind of creepy, scary, because he was playing like some religious channel, and they were talking about the end times and praying and all this stuff. And I was just like, is this dude gonna take us out and fucking like murder us or some shit?
He was probably just trying to avoid conversation.
Oh,
right.
He did a fine job with that. Let me tell you.
That's awesome.
Because hearing about fires and brimstone and hell, and it's like, yeah, cool story, bro. Take us to the shady urgent care that is not going to get our business. We went to an urgent care down there, and I did not know they had these, but it was 100% do not accept insurance and pay for them only in cash. The guy was like, before we see you, we need $100 to even begin to talk to you about what's going on, and we won't send anything out to pharmacies. You buy all your stuff directly from us. He was like, and it'll save you money and blah, blah, blah. And I'm going,
See, I think that's a painkiller seekers.
Oh, no doubt. They
place.
the place was 24/7 also.
Yeah, there's, like, I feel like they're...
24/7 upstairs in a freaking strip mall in the middle of basically nowhere.
They're like, hey, this is a good place for drug seekers. Right here, Disney, happiest place on earth.
You want to make it a little bit more happy here? Have some freaking like Percocet.
That's right.
You need some more Xannies? We got you. You just got to pay through the nose for them.
Right.
But
street prices, but only legally.
Oh, it wasn't street prices. I'm sure of that.
I don't know. I bet street prices are kind of... You don't have to pay for the visit, the checkup for a street price. That's the only thing.
Well, there they go. So how do you feel? Go ahead and cough. Okay, I think you're depressed. Here, have some Xanax.
If I was a...
Did you have to turn your head while they hold your balls?
That's great.
Hold it. Yep. English is my first language.
No, but if I ever become a drug dealer, that's what I'm like, they're going to have to pay a copay to even get in. They're going to be like, all right, it's like a $30 copay. Like, copay? I'm like, I'm giving you meds. Like, and I'm going to call it meds. I'm not going to call it drugs.
We'll do this on your insurance?
Yeah, here you go. I'm going to give you 2 weeds. Here you go.
I'm going to do this on your insurance. And I'm going to need, I'm going to bill this for you. It's a medical bill now. No? Okay.
Hell yeah.